At the earliest Olympics, which are said to have started in 776 BC, all events were held within the Altis. The first running track had its finishing line directly in front of the great altar of Zeus, over to our left. We know that the wrestling bouts were held here because the historian Xenophon tells us that during the games of 364 BC, the army of Elis attacked the sanctuary, and the wrestling had to be stopped because fighting broke out, with soldiers hurling stones down from the temple roofs at their enemies below. This is the echo stoa, where the echoes of voices repeated up to 7 times. The contests for heralds and trumpeters were held here on the first day of the games. We're now entering the stadium, which was built in around 450 BC. For over 200 years, competitors and spectators had to climb up onto the terrace or over the bank to reach the track. After the tunnel was built, when each event was announced, the competitors would appear from below the ground as if by magic into the dazzling summer light. The starting blocks at each end ensured that the finishing line for different races was always at the west end of the stadium, as close as possible to the altar of Zeus. The only event at Olympia for the first 50 years was the single-length Stade race. Every Olympics was named after the winner of this 198-metre race. Over time, other races were added to the program: a 2-lap race, a long-distance race of probably 20 laps, and a race in armour. The pentathlon, which involved discus, standing jump, javelin, running and wrestling, took place here. After 350 BC, the independent wrestling, boxing and the pankration were also contested in the stadium. The 10 judges sat in chairs on a tribune on the south bank. The victors of each event were escorted to the judges, who tied a red ribbon onto them to indicate that the contest had been won fairly. The crown-giving ceremony for all victors took place on the last day. There were no prizes for second or third place. In these competitions, it was truly winner-take-all. You can stop for a minute to see what the stadium looks like today.